Hi everyone, it's my K-Shopper. Today is January 26, 2021. It is Monsta X's I Am's birthday today. To celebrate this day, I'm gonna show what food I got. Today's weather for some reason is quite gloomy and cloudy when it was sunny yesterday, but also it was predicted to rain today, but it's actually not raining, so that's a good thing on I Am's birthday. But I've always planned for today to get food delivered to me to celebrate his birthday, so here is what I got. I didn't go too hardcore today on desserts because I was really eating way too many sweets this month, so I went a little bit calmer today, and this was on the menu from this cafe that I ordered from, and it was called Ho Ho Pu. So I was like, oh, ho ho, which reminds me of Wano, and so I'm like, it should be an interesting thing. So it looks like a waffle, and I thought it would be like a waffle pancake because it looks like it, right? But actually it is the Korean baked good that's called a hodok, so that is why it's called Ho Ho Pu. So hodok is a Korean pancake that has this brown sugar concoction in the middle. You can see in there some kind of like brown, I don't know, sweet thing, right? But yeah, it's like made with brown sugar. I think it has cinnamon in it, and I don't know, it's like I should really look it up with the ingredients in here, but it's super delicious. I've always liked hotdog all my life, and it's usually a treat that we eat in winter. So we usually eat this in winter because this is normally a very hot, warm food, but I had this for like an hour now, so it's a little bit cooled down, but it is still very delicious. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this feeling. One thing to note, it is not usually made in like a waffle texture here. So only this cafe decided to make it as a waffle to make it special and unique. And you know, it worked because that's the reason why I bought it. But it's usually not look like a waffle. It would be like completely flat looking bread pancake, like literally a pancake with filling inside. I just realized this now, but this hot dog snack is actually the name of Wano's YouTube fan club name. If you guys remember, he named his fandom for his YouTube channel hot dog because his YouTube channel is called Oh Ho Ho, and then for some reason he just thought of the name hot dog is good for the fan club, which I think is cute. So yeah, I unintentionally got a dessert that really relates to Wano on I Am's birthday. The other food I got is not a drink. This is actually another Korean type winter food that I feel like you guys have heard of a lot, you know, from K-dramas and K-pop singers talking about it, is tteokbokki. So tteokbokki is translated as sticky rice cake. It had this plastic wrap on because of delivering to my house, so this doesn't make it spill, which is very genius. Rice cake dish is usually made with a red sauce and is spicy, right? Now the thing is, I don't eat spicy very well, so I prefer this other type of way that you can make tteokbokki, and is by using carbonara sauce. So here is a carbonara tteokbokki to show to you. So yes, instead of the regular red spicy sauce, which I do like, it's just I can't handle spicy too well. So for this time, I got this carbonara sauce, and I haven't tried this type of tteokbokki in a long time. So let's try it now. So this cafe made it a little bit spicy, not too spicy though. So this spice level is actually quite after this tteokbokki has settled into my mouth. No, this is like the perfect spice level for me. So I really picked very well. I just realized I shouldn't call it sticky rice because it's not made of sticky rice. It's made of rice flour, not sticky rice flour. So it's just called rice cake. I want to assume tteokbokki, which is usually eaten with a spicy red sauce, is just called spicy rice cakes. I assume, right? So let's just call it spicy rice cakes. And then the carbonara type is just called the carbonara rice cakes. I guess, right? I'm not the decider for English names for Korean food, but that's all I would say for now. So I actually don't know how carbonara is actually supposed to taste like because I only ever eaten it in Korea, so I've only ever tried this type of carbonara sauce that is like the Korean style, I guess. I mean, I think it kind of tastes like carbonara pasta, yet not really, because rice cake gives it a whole different flavor than a noodle. So, I mean, whatever carbonara sauce is made from is like that. Add a little spice to it, add some rice into it. I think this is what it tastes like. With all birthday food done now, it is time for part 2 of explaining the Korean age system. If you didn't watch my last video on Hyungwon's birthday where I explained the general idea of Korean age system, please go watch that now because you won't understand everything that I'm saying from this point on. So go see that to understand the general idea, and now into part 2, it's going to be more complicated of how it is, which concerns I Am's age today. So I Am being born in January, he should be a fast birthday like how Hyungwon is, of being 2 years older than your actual age. But I.M.'s case is a special exception, which some Koreans are. So I.M. is born on January 26, 1996, and he is the zodiac animal of the pig, which is usually people born in 1995. So he is considered a fast birthday. But how I.M. was born is why he is a special case. This is all info that I.M. revealed to us already, so you can take this all as fact because it came from I.M. himself. I.M. was born in Korea, so his nationality has always been Korean. However, he said that his parents suddenly had to move out of the country for his father's work. So he basically said that once he was born in Korea, he immediately moved abroad. So he lived in Israel for the first few years of his life as a baby. Like, I don't know, he was probably mixing up Korean and English. And when he was a baby, who knows? And then after a few years in Israel, then he moved to America, which he said was like in the Boston area. So he moved there and he actually started school in America. Kind of interesting, right? So in this super unique case of I.M., he started his first years of school in America, and that's why his English is so good since he used it at such a young age. So after a few years in America, then his family moved back to Korea permanently, and it was in the middle of elementary school. He never revealed what grade it was, but in the middle of elementary was when he started going to Korean school system. And I remember him saying that he wasn't very comfortable speaking Korean at the time since, you know, he just jumped in the middle of elementary school in Korea. So I can assume it was a struggle, but thankfully at a young age you can really learn a lot of languages at that time, so I think he got through it quite okay. From this point on, everything I'm gonna say is my own assumption and best guesses as to why I.M. does not traditionally do the Korean age system. This is solely based on my own personal knowledge of other Korean people who don't do the traditional Korean age system, and with I.M. saying that his age is this way is why I assume is because of this. As you know, the Korean age system is only done in Korea, so I.M. spending most of his early years abroad, he actually never called himself the Korean age since, you know, he wasn't in Korea. Now in Korea, being born the year of the pig and being this fast birthday, he should be 2 years older than his actual age, except one big exception to tell you is that when you start the school year actually affects your Korean age too. So welcome to another tricky thing about the Korean age system. Even if you're born in January or February, if you start school early or later, that determines your permanent age. Small disclaimer here, I did most of my education in America, so I am only aware of this system in Korea because of all my Korean friends and Korean students that I've talked with. Maybe you have heard some K-pop singers talk about it, because at least I have heard them say like, what school year did you go into and stuff like that. Because why school year is important to know your Korean age is that you are considered the same level as these classmates. So think about it. Whoever you're in the same class with, you're all supposed to be like the same age. Even if someone is born a year earlier or a year later, you're all in the same grade level, so you all consider yourselves the same age. That is just a really big factor as to who you consider your friend or 동갑 as the same age as you, and into determining your Korean age. To hopefully explain this a lot better, I will use I.M.'s age as the example. He is born January 26, 1996, so today he turns the international age of 25. But I.M. says his Korean age is 26. How is that possible when he's born in January and not really doing the traditional age system? This is completely my assumption as to why I.M. says his age is 26 and not 27. Sadly, I.M. has never revealed why he says his age this way, but I feel 98% sure this is the reason why. Since we know I.M. has spent his first early years abroad and then came to Korea and into the Korean school system when he was in the middle of elementary school, I assume that he got placed in the grade that is all 1996. So that determined his Korean age, that he is considered the same age, the same grade level, just all are considered his friends are all born in 1996. I do believe if I.M. never went abroad during his first early years of life and, went straight into the Korean school system, they would have placed him with the rest of the kids born in 1995, because I.M. born in January 1996, he is the same zodiac animal as 1995. He would have been placed with them, and then he would have been considered the same age as them and go by the age system that Hyungwon goes, which is 2 years older than you actually are. So now let's compare this back to Hyungwon's case. Hyungwon never went abroad when he was younger, and I assume spent his whole entire life in Korea. Hyungwon being born in January 1994, I believe he went through the normal, traditional process that happens when you are born as a fast birthday. He is the same zodiac animal as the year before him, 1993, so when he first entered school, he was in the same class as all other 1993 kids because they are all the same zodiac animal. So from that point on, when you enter school and these are all your classmates, these are all considered your friends because you're the same grade level, you're going to graduate together. Of course, you're not going to call each other, oh, you're my older brother or younger brother. Like, no, you're all considered the same age for being in the same class together. So I do believe Hyungwon went through that system, and it's why he considers all 1993 kids his friends, which happens with Minhyuk and Gihan. So that's always something to consider when you meet a Korean person that's born in January or February. You can't automatically assume that they were in the same grade level as you, because it's very possible they might have started the school year later or earlier. And IM is one of those cases. He does not consider 1995 the same age as him. He will call them all his older brothers, and only kids born in 1996, the same year as him, he calls all his friends because he graduated with these kids born in 1996. Finally, this concludes the really complicated explanation of the Korean age system. Sadly, there is more to explain, and I was debating about explaining it in this video, but now that this video has gone too long, and I really hope you understood everything I said in this video, I will explain more about the Korean age system on Wonho's birthday, March 1st. Believe it or not, Wonho's age is the most mysterious out of all the Monsta X members. I have my own guess to it. It's definitely not fact, but I do have a really strong feeling as to why his age is so mysterious. Thanks you guys as always for watching our YouTube videos and for your support from my K-Shopper. If you guys have any questions about anything I've talked about, feel free to leave a comment here or message me on any of our social media sites. I would love to explain anything to you guys. As I said before, don't stress too much about the Korean age system. Of course, you don't need to know it unless you're living in Korea, but I hope you guys just understand that the Korean age system is definitely not black and white. It is so complicated. It has so many exceptions and layers to it. So I have explained 2 out of 3 of the complicated things, and hopefully you would look forward to what I have more to explain once it's Wonho's birthday. I'll end this video off with a short message to IM since it's his birthday. So he's the youngest member of Monsta X. Him and I mean, it's not too small of an age gap, but it's not too big of an age gap. So I don't know. Sometimes I don't really relate with him too much. But the thing is, I do like seeing him grow a lot. So he's been growing not only physically, of course, but he's been growing a lot in his maturity. But I also keep in mind that he's still a fairly young guy. He's only 25, when I personally don't feel like I really matured until I was like 27. I'm talking the international age, by the way. So I do look forward to when he finally gets into the late 20s. I feel like I will probably relate with him a lot more once he matures to that age. But overall, IM's personality never changes, and I like his personality. He's very kooky, he's very weird, he's very mysterious, but I mean, I find that all very intriguing about him. Anyways, I'm not sure why I want to be so honest in this video, but I think you guys already can assume I don't show much affection to IM, but the thing is, I really do care about him a lot as a person. Like, I feel like I treat him like my annoying little brother. If you guys can relate with me, if not, it's okay. I mean, overall, of course, I really do love his music, and I still think he's such an interesting, funny person, but for now, I just have that kind of affection that he's that annoying little brother, but I still love and care for him a lot, you know? Anyway, I'll just end on that note. Even though I don't show much affection to him, I do want to let IM know that I really care and love him a lot as a person, and I will look forward to his new solo album debut. Not really sure what's gonna happen, but it'll be happening next month, and I'll look forward to it. I will be back with a new video soon because all these magazines that I've been ordering for you guys should be arriving at the end of this week. So Vogue has already arrived, but Beauty Plus is taking a few more days to arrive. So once they all come, I will show it in the next video. And also, I really hope for February I can start some new things and announce those to you guys, and hopefully it could go well. I don't know, it's something new, but I hope you guys could be excited for what I plan to do. I hope everyone has a great IM day today, and as always, stay safe, be happy, be healthy, and see you again super soon. Bye.
미안하단 말도 거짓말 I'm sorry babe 이 말밖에 할